Welcome into the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health. Everybody, Jacob Toby alongside my guys, Connor Federico and Sam Corman. The Gatemen fall last night to the Falmouth Commodores. A tough one, now 6 in a row.
Yeah, and 3 of those losses in this 6-game losing streak have come by 1 run. They've all been very close. The Gatemen just slightest of margins away from getting these victories that they so desperately need in order to stay afloat for that 4th spot in the West Division. You'd really like to see the Gatemen clinch a playoff spot at some point in the next week. They have to keep their season alive. Who knows what Hyannis is going to do. The Gatemen, they just need wins at this point, and coming against the best team in the league today, that'd be fantastic.
Any bright spots you can take out of last night's loss?
Well, I'd just like to say one thing.
Okay. It is cold, and we're not trying to fall off this ledge here, so.
I mean, it's just matching the pitching and the hitting. I mean, 2 days ago against Brewster here at Spillane, 8 runs given up by the pitching staff. They score 7, but they're unable to win. Yesterday, the hitting does not show up, and the pitching does a really nice job, only giving up 2 runs to the Falmouth Commodores. So it's just about matching things. What I did like about yesterday, I really like Blake Sable. Past few games, he's looked really good. He looks a lot better than he did at the beginning of the season. That's really good to see how much he's improved. And you just like to see more consistency throughout the lineup, and I think that will eventually happen one of these games.
All right, the Firebirds coming into Spillane Field tonight to play the Wareham Gatemen. The Orleans Firebirds, they are the best team in the CCBL, no doubt about that. We'll take a short break here on the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgentcare. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgentcare.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health. And now, fellas, let's break down this pitching matchup. First for the Orleans Firebirds, who are they throwing today?
Well, Brett Daniels out of the University of North Carolina. Chapel Hill is coming out for the Firebirds, and the Gatemen are hoping to have more success against him than they have against his UNC teammates this season. We've seen him struggle against Tyler Baum of the Harwich Mariners and against some Chatham Anglers UNC pitchers as well. Brett Daniels, 3.00 ERA this season, mostly out of the bullpen, 21 innings pitched so far. His specialty is the fact that he's only walked 4 batters in those 21 innings. He has 17 strikeouts, so his command is really good. So the Gatemen are going to need a hit. They're not going to just be earning walks all day. They're going to need a hit off this guy.
Brett Daniels making his second start today for the Firebirds. Fitz Stadler making his second start for the Wareham Gatemen.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick Stadler, this is going to be his 8th game coming out of either the bullpen or starting on the mound for the Gatemen. And when you stand 6'9" like the Arizona State product does, everything is just going to be coming down on a downward angle to these hitters today. And when he really gets that fastball going, it has a bit of life on it, has good velocity because he's so tall. He really gets hitters to strike out or hit ground balls, and that's all about that downward action. He's so good at throwing the pitches where he wants to. We just want to see more innings out of him today. That's something that he struggled to give the Gatemen in his relief appearances and his 1 start, innings, and that's what the Gatemen bullpen desperately needs right now.
Gatemen need Fitz Stadler tonight to ensure that they don't lose 7 in a row for the first time in a long time. We'll take a short break here on the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgentcare. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgentcare.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health. I'm Claudia Chikamian, joined by Gatemen pitcher Brett Canine. So Brett, you went into the game last night, pitched 2 innings of hitless relief. It was a close game, so what was your mindset going into it, knowing it was so close and anything could happen late in the innings?
As a reliever, when you come into those situations, your job is just to hold the score where it is, gave your offense a chance to come back. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but the matter of the fact is that we did have that opportunity, and we will in the future. So we're looking forward to actually taking advantage of those opportunities in future games, and yeah.
A very tough few days now against Orleans tonight, and tomorrow night you'll be traveling there. So what are you guys really hoping that the whole staff can, not only the pitching but the hitters, can do over these next few days?
I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, these games are really close, so we just need some luck to come our way and just stay within ourselves, and hopefully the tides turn.
Yeah, like you mentioned, wanting the tides to turn, rough 6-game losing streak for you guys. What's the mindset of you guys? Are you guys all so positive? You seem positive right now, but you guys feel good and you feel like everything can, quick change can happen for you guys, or what's the mindset?
Yeah, you can't think about it as being streaky. You just got to keep to your game, and each game is just totally different, and just go and play your best baseball, and that's what we got to stick to.
It's been a while since you pitched before last night, about a week between your last 2 outings. So what's the main thing that you've been working on and you really saw worked really well for you last night?
I'm just working with Coach Lawler on some changeups, just being more confident with that pitch. But as a whole staff, you just got to stay with your own approach and stay in the bullpen, working on new things, and then when you get your opportunity to go out and do it.
And what's this experience been like with you working with Lawler and the rest of this pitching staff as the season starts to come to an end?
I mean, it's been a real fun experience. I mean, I was here last year, so I've talked to Coach Lawler on a bunch of different stuff, but especially being with the guys and just kind of forming that whole culture is really the cool experience about summer ball. So
Great. Thank you, Brett.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Claudia. If you need to email the broadcast team here at the Wareham Gatemen, you can do so with the email pressbox@gatemen.org. Also follow the Wareham Gatemen on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud for 24/7 coverage. Now we bring in our beat writer, Matt Feld. How we doing?
How are you?
It's a little bit cold, but we're still going today. And the Wareham Gatemen, they're still going today. 6-game losing streak coming into this game. They've got more injuries.
They do. Nate Fosnot re-injured that finger that he hurt earlier in the season last night against Falmouth. He just throw from William McIver, trying to get a runner, trying to steal, and just bounce right into his finger. So he's going to go home either late tonight or tomorrow morning, get that reevaluated. Just not enough time left in the season for that to heal. Tristan Pompey going home with a shoulder injury. He came in with a bit of a shoulder injury and re-injured it during that slide into second base the other day. So the Gatemen are going to be in some need to fill some roster spots. We know some players are coming in starting around August 1st or 2nd, but it's July 28th, 29th, whatever it is. And for the next couple of days, the Gatemen are going to be playing shorthanded.
Yeah, playing shorthanded. The Gatemen, Nate Fosnot, his second time going home this season. You talk about last year's team winning 8 straight into the playoffs. This team losing 6 straight. What's the difference, and how can they better themselves?
They just have to capitalize on those little moments in games. Yesterday, with the score tied 1-1, bases loaded, 1 out, they couldn't get a productive out. They missed a tag at home plate. That both opportunities, both moments, they would have totally stemmed the tide in that game. A couple of days ago against Brewster, they had a chance to win. They were just 1 hit away. Against Hyannis, a play here or there really would have tilted the game in their favor. You look at the 6-game losing streak. There hasn't been 1 point in any of those games where they've been out of the game. They just have been unable to turn the momentum their way, and you can kind of feel it sometimes when you're around this team. They're just looking for that 1 win to get them going, and that's been the message from head coach Don Senela. Just get 1, and then we can go on our run. And the Gatemen could really use 1 tonight against the best team in the league in Orleans.
Every run starts with 1, sir. That's our beat writer, Matt Feld. You can read him on the Gatemen website, gatemen.org. We'll take a short break here on the Gatemen pregame show, presented by South Coast Health.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgent care. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgent care.
Welcome back to the Gatemen pregame show, everybody. Jacob Toby with Sam Corman, Connor Federico. Sam Corman, who are we watching today out of that Orleans lineup?
Well, top 5 in the lineup. You'll hear the lineup later during the broadcast, but the top 5 in this Orleans lineup are pretty much stacked, 1 through 5. But out of those 5 guys, Steven Scott, the CCBL RBI leader with 38 runs batted in, also has 14 extra base hits this season. He's been outstanding, and he has some good memories at Spillane Field. He won the home run hitting competition just a few weeks ago at the All-Star game, and he looked unreal. I believe he whacked 9 homers out of the ballpark during that performance. So I don't think he'll be hitting 9 home runs today, but
that would be amazing.
You never know, 9 for 9 with 9 jacks, but Steven Scott, definitely a guy for Fitz Stadler and the rest of the pitching staff to be careful of, because he can change ball games with 1 swing of the bat.
You tell me, Connor Federico, how did the Gatemen not lose another one tonight.
Well, don't give up 9 home runs like you guys were just talking about. Don't give up any home runs, because this Orleans Firebirds line up 28 jacks on the season. They've been so impressive at Eldridge Park. They have pretty long walls there. Here at Spillane, that's going to help the Gatemen pitchers, as it does throughout the season. But 28 RBIs, 28 home runs, 173 RBIs. It's been a crazy great season for the Orleans Firebirds offensively. The Gatemen, they have to keep that down today in order to win the game, period.
Best team in the East coming west to face the Wareham Gatemen at Spillane Field tonight. For Sam Corman, Connor Federico, I'm Jacob Toby. So long, and thanks for watching.